Hi, now we're going to read page 213 to 224, 213 to 224. And it's in Same Sun Here by Silas House and Neela Veshwani. So now it's February 18th, 2009, and it says, Dear River. So we know that Mina, that's why I have an M here, Mina is writing to River. Now remember, when you're reading, I want you to follow along with your fingers, and I also want you to write in your book. Circle some new words, write some comments in the side, talk about your opinion, put a star next to something that's very important. So read along with me. Also remember, you can slow down my recording by clicking on the settings button, and you can slow me down so I talk slower. Okay, so we're on page 213, February 18th, 2009. Dear River, today I am a teenager. So February 18th is Mina's birthday. Woohoo! 13 years old. Hello, 12. Hello, 13. Hello, love. That's a song from the chorus line, the play that she did before. Mom brought a bakery cake home after work that said Nina in blue frosting. I thought maybe they had given Mom the wrong cake, but she said the bakery hadn't heard the name Nina before, so they misspelled it. They didn't spell her name right. Kiku stuck his pinky in the frosting and made Nina into Mina, and then put some frosting on the tip of my nose. He's such a goof. I am almost out of room, so I will write you another postcard. So she didn't write a letter this time. She sent him a postcard of Chinatown. Chinatown is where she lives in New York. So postcards only have a little bit of space to write on them. So that is why she ran out of room. So there's her next postcard that has a picture of New York. Part 2. We called Daddy and put him on speakerphone, and everyone sang happy birthday. We sang quietly in case the landlord was lurking in the stairwell, because remember, they're living there illegally. Mom gave me socks and some of Mrs. Rankin's old books. David Copperfield, The Wind in the Willows, and a biography of a scientist named Marie Curie. Best news, Mummy Daddy's citizenship exam date is May 14th. In 3 months, maybe we will be citizens. Hello to the postal people if you are reading this, Mina. Okay, the next page is River is writing to Mina on February 22nd, 2009. Dear Mina, I have never gone to the store and bought a birthday card before, but we were at the Dollar General yesterday, a store, and I had just gotten your postcard saying it was your birthday. So, well, I thought it'd be a good time to buy a birthday card for the first time. I'm not much for writing longhand, so that is your birthday present, to see my handwriting and more than just my signature, which is all you usually see. Not much of a present, huh? Since it really is not much, I'm also enclosing a buckeye, which I found by the creek. That's why, sorry, I'm not used to writing by hand so much. It's so smooth. You probably never heard of a buckeye before. They grow on trees. Some people here carry them in their pockets for good luck. I thought you'd like it better than if I went and tried to pick out some kind of stupid gift. Anyway, I hope you are knowing that you are my best friend and that I'm really happy you're alive. And I hope to know you for many more birthdays. So I hope you have a good one. Happy birthday. One more time, River. P.S. If I had known in advance, I would have sent the card before your birthday. So just in case you need to know, mine is June 8th. So River sent Nina a birthday card that he bought in the store. And he gave her something that comes off of a tree, a buckeye. I don't know what that is. And for her to put in her pocket for good luck. So that's nice. Okay, page 217, February 25th, 2009. Dear River, I am writing to you from under the bed. It is 1 a.m. and I have rubber banded a flashlight to the springs beneath the mattress so I can see. So Mina's under her bed writing to River at 1 o'clock in the morning. Mom and I had a big scary row tonight. A row is a British word for argument, fight. So she had a fight with her mom. She came home from work in a bad mood. I can always tell her mood from the way she takes her shoes off at the door. If she slaps them down on the ground, she's frustrated. If she lays them down gently, she's happy. Well, tonight she slapped her shoes down hard and then started banging pots and pans around in the kitchen like she was really mad at them. She cooked aloo gobi, potato and cauliflower, and davi vada, yogurt and donut things that are too hard to explain. The whole time she was making dinner, she was acting forgetful, like her mind was flying around somewhere else. She forgot to salt the potatoes. She forgot to start the rice. But the worst thing was she let the pulka bread burn, which set off the smoke detector. Mrs. Lau had told us to never let that happen because it would draw attention to us, right? If the smoke alarm went off, then people would know, someone's cooking in there. Who lives there? Why are they cooking? Kiku took the broom handle and knocked the batteries out of the smoke detector. I flapped the bedroom door open and shut, right, to make the air move around. Mom whispered some curses and huffed around. She was covered in flour and looked a little crazy. And in the middle of all this, Kiku's phone rang with Beyonce's "Put a Ring on It," which is Valentina's ringtone. He handed me the phone. So Valentina's Mina's friend. Valentina was excited and talking fast and squeaky. She said a bunch of drama club kids were going to a 6:30 movie with Carlos's aunt as a chaperone. I had to call her back in 10 minutes to say if I could go so she could buy me a ticket before they all sold out. So her friends invited her to go to the movies at 6:30 that night. So Mom was in a bad mood, but I had to ask right away if I could go see Coraline. So Coraline is the name of the movie. I guess you can already see where this is going. I almost didn't ask. I almost called Valentina back and said, sorry, I can't go out on a school night. But then I thought about how you said sometimes I should do what I want to do. I got Kiku to meet me in the bathroom and I asked him for some money. He gave me enough money for a ticket and popcorn. He said, good luck, Mimi, and patted me on the head like he felt sorry for me. Then I went back to the kitchen and asked Mom. She slipped almost immediately into her no face and said, who are these people from Drama Club? I said, Valentino, Carlos, Jeremy, Tashika, Peter, and Carlos's aunt Bianca, who is a grown-up. She's a guidance counselor, so she's very responsible. And I don't need any money for a ticket because I have some of my own. Mom didn't even look at me. She sighed and stirred the aloo and said, boys too? I don't know these people. I don't want you sitting in the dark places with them. You're too young to see films without your family. I guess I should have stayed quiet, but all of a sudden I wanted to see the movie so badly I couldn't breathe. I pictured all of my friends laughing and eating popcorn and having a great time without me. I felt like all my bones were frozen in place and I was completely alone in the world. So I guess I kind of freaked out. Me. So this is the conversation she had with her mother. Ooh, me. Maybe you'd know them if you weren't always with other people's children. So she's telling her mom, maybe you would know my friends if you weren't with other people's children all the time, babysitting. I sounded mean and desperate, even to myself, but I couldn't stop the words coming from my mouth. Mom slammed down the tava, a kind of flat pan. Mom, Mina, if your father heard you speaking this way, he would spank you. Me, well, he's not here, so I have to ask you, even though you never let me do anything. And I'm just going to marry whoever you make me marry. So what's the big deal with boys being there? Mom, Mina, don't forget yourself. You are my Indian daughter, not my American daughter. Me, breaking news, Mom, you brought us to America. Mom, you are not going to see a film on a school night. And stop shouting or we'll get thrown into the street. Me, you are the one who set off the smoke alarm. So if we get thrown out, it will be your fault. Ooh, Mina is getting in trouble. Mom, now her mom is crying now because Mina is being so mean and terrible. I am your mother, Mina. I am not your enemy. I had a very long day and I don't want to see you behaving so badly. Please go to the bedroom and leave me alone. By the way, all this time she was talking in Hindi and I was talking in English, right? So Mina and her mom were communicating in two different languages and they had two different points of view. Mom had the Indian language and the Indian point of view, and Mina had the American language and the American point of view. Me, that's what you really want, isn't it? For me to leave you alone, for me to disappear. Mothers don't leave their daughters for 6 years. So Mina's thinking about when she was in India. Mothers don't abandon their child and just move across the world and bring only their son with them just because he's a boy. Mothers don't do that. But guess what? That's what you did. That's what you did to me. I was crying so hard. I didn't even know what was going on when Kiku picked me up and dropped me on the bed. He stood in front of me and said, Mimi, you better stay here and be quiet for a while. I'll call Valentina. Ooh, they had a big fight. As he was closing the door, I saw Mom lying on the kitchen floor. She was holding her head in her hands and kind of rocking side to side, like her stomach hurt. Oh, River, I felt so bad. But at the same time, I also felt like what I said was true. She did leave me. And I always have to say and do what she wants because she works so hard, because she made sacrifices, because she may die of grief and shame. But what about me? What about when I feel sad and angry? What about what I want? And then I sat alone in the room for a while. I thought about climbing down the fire escape and running away. I still had money from Kiku in my pocket. But then I thought about Mom on the kitchen floor and I just couldn't do it. So I lay down on the bed and I cried until I fell asleep. Well, that sounds like a terrible day. When I woke up, it was completely dark outside and Mom was sitting next to me. She had lit her Aarti candles and the room was glowing and her face was too. So the mom was praying, right? The mom was praying. That's a good thing to do after you have a big fight, is pray. When I woke up, I already said that. I felt like our fight was a dream. But then Mom put her hands on my shoulders and said, Mimi, I didn't want to leave you in Mussoorie. We had to do that because you were just a baby. We thought we would make a lot of money and have you with us in a month or two. We thought you would never remember us leaving when you grew up. It was not what we wanted. It was just what happened. It was strange to hear Mom explain herself to me like I was a grown-up. Her hands were shaking and she looked so worried and tired and sad. I felt terrible. I sat up and I hugged her and we didn't let go. I said I was sorry for talking so meanly to her. She said, let's forget about sadness and go to sleep. I'll take you to see the movies this weekend and you can bring any friend you want. So I got back into bed. Mom turned on her side and fell right to sleep. I watched the shadows on the wall until the candles burned out. I wondered if I was Mom's American daughter or Indian daughter. I wondered if I was turning into a mean person who makes her mother cry. And then I got up and crawled under the bed to write to you. Thanks for being my friend. Since I have you to talk to, I don't feel so lonely anymore. I don't know what I'd do without you. Good night, Nina. P.S. I almost forgot. Thank you so much for the birthday card. It's beautiful. I love the Buckeye and I carry it every day in my pocket. Actually, I accidentally left it in my pocket of my jeans the other day and it went through the washing machine. But since it's a lucky Buckeye, nothing happened to it. Well, that was a sad letter. But it's good that Mina and River can write to each other about everything. See you next time.